Auction houses Christie's, Sotheby's and Bonhams have cancelled sales of Russian art in London. It's part of the art market's response to Western sanctions on Russia after its invasion of Ukraine. The auction houses usually hold sales of Russian art in June and November in a period known as Russian Art Week, attracting wealthy Russian buyers. Sotheby's said it had called June's sale off but declined to give a reason. Christie's also said it had cancelled the sale, citing the uncertainty of the war and complex logistical and legal requirements related to sanctions. Bonhams did not provide a reason for its decision. As art institutions cut ties with Russia, several orchestras are cancelling Russian composers from their lineups. NTD's Jane Werrell speaks to economist Len Shackleton about whether such moves will actually have an impact on Moscow.
Cardiff's Philharmonic Orchestra decided to cancel Tchaikovsky's 1812 overture this month, saying it was an inappropriate time. It said one of its members is from Ukraine and that it's understood that some of the composer's works could be offensive to Ukrainians. While it's a one-off move, the move has been criticised by some over what effect it may actually have. Orchestras in Switzerland and Japan are also reported to have changed their playlists.
What did you think of that?
I think this is a kind of performative gesture which a lot of people engage in these days, not necessarily just in relation to Ukraine, but to a lot of things. It is a gesture maybe makes people feel a bit happier about what they're doing, but obviously has no impact whatsoever on the workings of the Putin government.
And in terms of the cultural boycotts that have been popping up, do you think they can be effective in some ways?
Well, clearly, if you are a Russian composer or a Russian playwright or a Russian filmmaker or a Russian ballet dancer, they are a way of making you aware that your government is not the most popular thing. And in that sense, it may have some long-term impact on the way in which people think about the outside world. There is a danger, of course, in cutting Russia off, and we've seen amongst these sanctions things like Coca-Cola closing down in Russia, McDonald's closing down, and so on. And cutting Russian consumers and the general Russian public off from Western connections, I'm not sure makes a great deal of sense in the long run. It's an important gesture at the moment, but I hope that, we all hope that the Ukraine situation is satisfactorily resolved over the next few weeks and months. And I hope that when we do that, we go back to telling the Russian people that we're their friends, we're not their enemies. Our beef is really with the Russian government, as indeed is the many Russian citizens.